With new Everdark Sovereign expeditions on the way, it's time we talk loot and builds in Nightreign. Elden Ring Nightreign's itemization functions closer to a roguelite. We know this. Items are now tier based on rarity, making certain S tier weapons in vanilla Elden Ring a fairly rare sight in Nightreign. So if you want to unlock certain achievements or make your runs easier, you'll need to go out and find those legendary weapons. Fortunately, finding legendary gear isn't too taxing if you know where to look. Today, we'll be going over how legendary items work in Nightreign, and we'll also give some tips on how to get legendary gear easier in all of your runs. Without further ado, here's how to get legendary weapons in Elden Ring Nightreign. Legendary weapons are orange rarity weapons that are extremely rare drop from open world encounters, predominantly boss fights. The drop rate of legendary gear is incredibly low in Nightreign, although it seems that the difficulty of the boss correlates with its drop rarity. For example, field bosses are more likely to drop legendary items than bosses found in forts or caves. It's not impossible to get drops from these sources, it's just way less likely. Currently, Nightreign has 26 legendary weapons as of launch, including some weapons that were considered legendary armaments in mainline Elden Ring. If you see any of these orange tiered items as an encounter reward, consider taking them. So, how do you get legendary weapons during a run? So far, there are two ways you can influence the drop rate of legendary gear. The first is to increase your item discovery, either with a consumable or equipping a talisman. The other is to focus fighting higher level enemies, such as the field bosses. Item discovery is a stat on certain talismans, weapon affixes, and consumable items, notably the silver pickled foul foot. These items increase the rarity of items found in the world, making it more likely you'll find legendary items as end of encounter rewards or from chests. If you can boost your item discovery through any means, it'll have a drastic impact on drop quality. Quick tip that Churches of America will always drop a silver pickled foul foot. Use one of these just before killing a boss to improve their item quality. If you do this before killing a field boss, there's a good chance you'll get a legendary item in the reward pool. While not outright confirmed, there seems to be a correlation between enemy level and drop rarity. Enemies in harder zones and tougher bosses are more likely to drop legendary gear. For example, the rarest bosses in Everjails are the Ancient Dragon, Godskin Duo, and the Deathrite Bird. These enemies also seem to have the highest chance of dropping legendary gear. Beyond these two factors though, there are some other ways to influence legendary drops. Again, maining field bosses and shifting earths with the volcanic shift. Most legendaries we've encountered in Limveld were from slain bosses in the shifting earth tile sets or from difficult field bosses, such as any of the dragon variants. If you have a shifting earth set to volcanic, you can forge a legendary by making it to the bottom of the volcano. If you've already beaten an Everdark Sovereign, you can have your shifting earth set to crater to ensure you can forge a legendary weapon. Focus field bosses on day 2 of your expedition with a silver pickled foul foot in hand, and we're sure you'll find a legendary weapon sooner rather than later. Good luck on your next expedition.